Bonjour à tous.
Good morning, all.
Colleagues, distinguished guests, and to all of you joining us online, thank you for being with us this morning.
I'm Lisa Campbell, President of the Canadian Space Agency, and I am delighted to welcome you to our headquarters this morning.
I'd like to acknowledge that we're meeting today on the traditional and unceded territory of the Kanien'keha, otherwise known as the Mohawk Nation. L'année 2023.
The year 2023 was certainly filled with important moments for the Canadian space program. We confirmed the extension of our participation in the International Space Station program. Jeremy Hansen was assigned to the historic Artemis II mission.
Continuity of essential Earth observation satellite data in Canada, we announced funding for RadarSat Plus last month. And it continues today with an important announcement about Canadian Space Agency astronauts Dr. Jenny Gibbons and Colonel Joshua Kutrick. Without further ado, I invite the Honourable François-Philippe Champagne, Minister of Innovation, Science and Industry, to share the good news. Monsieur le Ministre.
Madame la Présidente. She's amazing. Bonjour tout le monde, ça va?
Good morning, everyone. How are you doing?
Feel the energy in the house. Look at that. Alors, bonjour.
Good morning, everyone. I'm very pleased to be with you this morning.
Those watching at home, what a good day. What a good day to start. And let me just say first to Lisa, Madame la Présidente.
Madam President, it's always a pleasure to be with you. Lisa Campbell, a leader in the world of space, of course, a big leader who's inspired many women. Madam President, on behalf of everyone here, everybody here knows you, and we would like to applaud you. Thank you. Thank you for inspiring us, for motivating us, and for pushing us to always do better. You always push us to do better, and it's always a great pleasure to come back home and to see all the students. We'll speak later. It's going to be a wonderful day. Jenny.
You've got a blue suit, you know, Jenny. Everyone knows Jenny. She's an amazing colleague. She came to speak to my team recently. Jenny, everyone loves you. That's very easy. Look at how many people showed up for you today. So this is an amazing day. And Josh, I remember when we were in Florida together. Wow, what a star. There was a point where even security asked us to move because too many people were gathering around him. So we had to move, and Josh was the most kind person to all the students who are at the Kennedy Space Center. But listen, let me go back to the text because otherwise I'll get carried over and we'll be here for a day. Bonjour tout le monde.
Good morning, everyone. I must tell you that every day that I spend at the CSA, there's something magical happening. I think that the employees who are here, the young people with us today, you will see there's something magical when we come here. There's a level of energy, a level of ambition. It's always a privilege and a pleasure to be with you. And I would like to thank the hundreds of employees who are here from the CSA. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for carrying the mission of the CSA. And thank you for bringing us further. So to the hundreds of employees who are here this morning, we salute you. You're incredible. I was saying this to Jenny and Josh, there's something magical when we spend time with each and every one of you, because this mission of bringing us further and of seeing bigger, we can feel it here throughout. And it's magical as well, because not only do you do exceptional work, but I think that I can say that on behalf of Canadians, you make us dream. You always bring us higher. You make us so proud. So I'm very pleased to be with you this morning.
You so kindly let me borrow your blue flight jacket. For the Artemis II crew announcement in Houston last April. I have to admit, I felt for a brief moment the dream of being an astronaut. And I mean, I must say, the jacket is so fitting perfectly. By the way, I'm never going to give it back. So I just wanted to say to you, it's stored in my house somewhere in a safe. I want to keep it for the future. But I just want to say, you're not going to get it back anytime soon. So I hope you have another one. because, you know, every time I watch and I look at it and touch it, I feel connected to all the astronauts of the program. And Josh, let me tell you, I still get goosebumps thinking about how we both were sitting upside down in the Orion capsule at the Johnson Space Center. I'm a bit shorter than you, and I was fitting perfectly. And every time I was looking at you, I was saying, how can you do it? But for a moment, you made me believe that this sounds easy. But obviously, being next to you, it was a moment that I will always remember. I could dream with you sitting next to you and seeing the feeling that you must feel when you're going up in space, sir. So I just want to say thank you for that. As you all know, they are very amazing, two incredible astronauts. But not only you also, I want to say to people, because some of us have the privilege of dealing with you, but you're also great, great, great role models. I mean, I would say Canadians, when they see you, anyone, anytime that you are with one of those who wear the blue suits, you realize how much of a model you are. You're also great human beings. I had the chance to know your family, to meet your friends, to be with you, to spend time, and I know the family is here. You're just great people to know. And I would say you're just great Canadians. So on behalf of all of us, let me give you another big round of applause. You are these. You made us dream, you know. I was saying in my book, they were saying, you're modern day explorers. And I was thinking about that. It's true. You're modern day explorers. When we see you, we feel this passion, this sensation that we can go further. And you've been a source of inspiration for many. And I hope you're going to inspire the next generation. You both write, you're going to write an exciting new chapter in Canada's history in space. And so that's why we're so excited to be with you. And I know you're going to be encouraging young minds and young people to do big things, because today we're joined by the West Island Black Community Association. And why don't you raise your hand so we can see you all, the community. They're all here. Thank you for being us. We are delighted to have you, because hopefully these people will make you dream big and one day even reach to the stars. So this is the mission we have today. Donc, ravi.
So I'm delighted to be here this morning to announce some exciting new chapters in your respective astronaut jerseys, because you must know, ladies and gentlemen, what we're announcing today for the two astronauts who are with me is a crucial moment in their career. You know, two important missions that they have to accomplish on behalf of Canada. So as you all know, Canada will play a leading role in the next lunar expedition.
The moon. I don't know if you're... We're going back to the moon. And this is going to be a phrase I remember for long, I must say, when I was in Houston. We're going back, and one of you will be possibly helping us in this program. Alors, plus tôt cette année, vous savez...
Earlier this year, as you know, I was in Houston with Jeremy Hansen to announce the first Canadian astronaut to travel into deep space around the moon during the Artemis II mission.
I am delighted to announce that another of our CSA astronauts, Jenny Gibbons, has been assigned as the backup for Jeremy on Artemis II. Jenny, big round of applause. Woo! I have to give you a hug. Yeah. Was not in my speech, but I could not resist giving her a hug. On behalf of all of you, thanks to your skills, Jenny, thanks to your talent, thanks to your leadership, now you will have a great new opportunity to make Canada shine in space, and we're really, really delighted that you've been selected. Thanks to Jenny and Jeremy, no matter when the Orion capsule launches for this direct mission to the moon, Canada will be on board, and definitely that's a moment that we're going to cherish, and I see all of you. Both we wish good luck to Jeremy and Jenny to make sure that we are part of this mission. So on behalf of all Canadians, I want to wish you the best of luck. Congratulations for making this new assignment, and I must tell you, you always make us very, very proud, Jenny. So again. You see, we feel the excitement with you, Jenny. I'm reading the speech. I'm excited at the same time. I said, this is so nice, so great that we're all, you see the big family of space-loving people with you. I hope you feel the energy and the love that you deserve. Maintenant que nous...
And now that we know what's coming up around the moon, let's take a look closer to home. This week, the International Space Station will celebrate its 25th anniversary. And we sometimes forget that Canada has been part of the space station since the very beginning. In fact, we were one of the visionary countries that played a major role in making this international venture a reality. I would even say, Madam President, that we see Canada's fingerprints there because we were there since the beginning. We all know, of course, the importance of the International Space Station because we know that it is a source of many scientific and technological advances. And I think that Canada, because we are associated with the Canadian Arm, for example, with the space station, there's a connection there. And of course, for the people who are wondering, why are we going to space? Well, there were new technologies that served us on Earth when it comes to health, food safety, and climate change.
Announced that Josh Kutrick will be the 4th Canadian astronaut to embark on the extended mission to the ISIS space station, scheduled to launch aboard the CST-100 Starliner in early 2025 for a mission of 6 months. Josh? Wow. 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 I just hope when you're going to be up there, Josh, you're going to think about us down there, because we're going to be watching you, but you'll have a much bigger scope to watch us, and you hope you're going to feel that everyone is so excited for you. You've been actively engaged in working with the Starliner team since 2021. And I can just imagine what an incredible experience it will be for you to live and work on the space station. You will, in fact, be the first Canadian astronaut to to fly under the NASA Commercial Crew Program. And I know you're going to make us proud. And just think about a moment. As you will be orbiting Earth, you're going to be conducting experiments, perhaps even operating Canadarm2. You're going to train here. We've done that before. And all the while watching a glimpse of our planet every time you look at the window. Josh, au nom de...
On behalf of all Canadians, I wish you the best of luck.
You have the skills. Now, my friend, you have the opportunity. So again, big round of applause. I hope you see that many of us look at you both and just wish, we would wear this blue suit. I must tell you, everyone is watching and say, wow, what a moment for you in your career, but also for Canada. Avec Artemis 2.
With Artemis 2 and Star 1, Canadians' eyes will be turned to space, thanks to the Canadian Space Agency and all of our astronauts. Of course, Josh and Jenny, we know that you are here in front, but we know that there's a whole family who is part, of course, of space exploration. And I want to recognize all of those that I see in red today, all of those who are up there, the young people with us, all of those who are watching us from home today, because truly, I hope that you feel that we're all with you. The big family will support you through these times.
Let's be ambitious and let's inspire the young people watching us to reach for the stars and become the next generation of scientists, engineers, and explorers. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for our 2 astronauts that are going to mark Canada's history in space. Oh. And it's my distinct pleasure now to ask Jenny to come to the podium and tell you a few words about her emotion, her vision, and what she's going to bring to the space program. Jenny, the floor is yours.
Wow, thank you so much. Merci, thank you. I feel today is exceptional, and it's exceptional because all of the people who are here who made this happen, and I'm very grateful. Our minister says talk about my feelings and how more about my mission, but my feelings for today. So I just want you to know first and foremost that I am thankful. I'm thankful for all of you. I will read what I have written because I don't want to leave anything out. I also want to say I'm just immensely proud. I'm immensely proud of Josh. I'm immensely proud of what's ahead. And quand Josh et moi avons été...
When Josh and I were recruited 6 years ago, we already understood the importance of the Space Station for Canada, and we believed in it.
This brings Canadians, allowing us to make progress on difficult problems facing our country. We'll see some of this today, from the challenge of bringing quality medical care to remote regions in our nation to food security for every Canadian. We believed in the essential components of Earth observation for tracking the markers of climate change and the effect of natural phenomenon on both our cities and on our wild spaces. We believed in the importance of the expansion of our understanding of space, from the fundamental knowledge it brings of our place in the universe to the technological windfall that follows our missions beyond our own atmosphere. Most of all, we believed in the perspective that's granted to us by space travel and the inspiration that we feel when we see Canadians fly in space. We've both experienced that. We've all experienced that, seeing our early space leaders fly. Garneau, Bondar, McLean, and many more. We not only believe those things today, but we know them. We have seen them, we feel them, and we experience them every day in our roles. What is new for us now is the understanding of how we will be contributing to the space program on our specific missions. How we, as some of the many who are dedicated to Canada's activities beyond, fit. Pour moi, c'est une privilège.
For me, it's a privilege to be a support astronaut for Jeremy Hansen for the lunar mission.
Missions in space are immensely valuable, evidenced by Jeremy's role on this mission. The only international partner assigned to the most critically important mission NASA has planned in over 50 years. Human space flights return to the moon. I will be working with the Artemis II team to integrate and develop the architecture and the procedures for lunar missions. I will be a crew test subject for critical operations from launch to splashdown and recovery. I will train as capsule communicator, ready to support their mission as a bridge between Earth and our crew around the moon. I will be trained alongside the Artemis II prime crew, ensuring that I am ready to support them and the future of this program in whatever capacity is required. Avec cette expérience,
With this experience, I'm anxious to see what awaits Canada in the future. Regardless of what it is, I will be ready. I would like to take this opportunity to thank a few people for their support, those who are here with me today, and all the others.
to the CSA. For your support, striving for greatness, pushing further, and doing more. I am so thankful to be a part of this group. I think we need a round of applause for you. Thank you to our minister. It's a hype man. It's wonderful. I always get so energized whenever I'm in Canada, but especially whenever I'm around you and your amazing team, for sharing our vision for Canada's future, for understanding that space is for all of us and critically important for a country as vast and as diverse as ours. We are very lucky. Thank you to my family, my biggest supporters. You bring me so much joy. And finally, to all of Canada, I am so proud that space is at the heart of this nation. Thank you.
Apparently it's you now. It's you, man.
heard that, yes. Bonjour tout le monde. Merci.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Minister. Thank you for all being here this morning. Thank you, Jenny.
Thank you, Jenny, for everything, not just the speech today, but for the two of us, it has been a wonderful, adventurous ride over the last 6 years. And I couldn't even imagine sharing it with anyone but her. So she's part of this team. She's the reason we're here. We're trying to build the best space program that we can for the future missions of this country. And I can't imagine doing it with anyone else. Thank you. Okay, space for me. It's about many things. Curiosity, it's adventure, it's exploring, it's doing science, but it's also collaborating. For me, it's about collaborating for a better future, our future. It's about solving problems for Canadians, and it's about opportunities for this country, opportunities to come in the future.
I'm proud to be a crew member on this mission, but especially to be participating as a Canadian astronaut. I'm proud that our country continues to play a leading role in space. It's very important for our country. On a more personal note, of course, I've dreamed of going into space all of my life. I'm very touched and grateful for having this opportunity today.
Lucky. As Minister Champagne mentioned, parts of the International Space Station are celebrating their 25th anniversary this year. That space station is a marvel of human engineering and persistence. It's going to be my home for a very long time. I'll live and work there with a crew of awesome individuals from around the world. We'll conduct science, leading-edge science. We'll demonstrate new technologies. We'll maintain the station's complex life support equipment. And we'll look back on our home, that tiny little blue ball, planet Earth, from one of the highest vantages humanity's ever achieved. And we're anxious. We can't wait to share that with you all.
I can't wait to tell young Canadians about my adventure when I'm in space. Here in Canada, Canadians have seen Marc Garneau go into space as the first Canadian astronaut to do so, and many other Canadian astronauts since. We've been part of the International Space Station program since the beginning. It was always and remains today an inspiration for many Canadian children to think big and pursue their dreams, as was the case for me.
I grew up a long ways from here, a cattle farm in Alberta, but I would tell you that I always remember being inspired by the space station. I was inspired by the night sky, and I was intrigued by this notion of exploring the unknown, and that was for me a passion. It was a passion that guided me as a child, as a university student. It was my guiding passion as a fighter pilot, as a test pilot in the military, and it still guides me today as an astronaut. And I want to tell you that I think I see that passion partout au Canada. We have teams of people, all of the people here today who work on this tirelessly, engineers, scientists, explorers, really working to build the Canadian space program. And it's thank you to them that we have opportunities like this, that grit and determination and vision that takes us from the Earth to the space station, back to the moon with Artemis, and someday to places like Mars comes from that passion. It's the desire to learn and to advance and to explore. And we have to be thankful to them. It's not about me, it's about everybody here. It's about the team in Canada. To them, I would say, it's
thanks to you, your dedication, your efforts, your passion, that we are able to take part in these missions.
Go to these places, and for them, j'espère que vous...
I hope that you will never underestimate the importance of your contribution for space exploration.
We say that it takes a village, and so in closing, I do have to be very thankful to many. I feel thankful and lucky, as I've always said.
Thank you to all of those who have allowed me to get to this point in my career. Thank you to my colleagues at the Canadian Space Agency. Thank you to the Royal Canadian Air Force. And thank you to our leaders who have never stopped thinking big, to keep Canada at the forefront of the infinite frontier.
I want to thank my family and friends. Their enduring, tireless support has made this possible for me on a personal level. Some of them are here today. Let me see. I'm honored. So, je suis honoré.
I'm honored to have this opportunity to represent Canada on this mission.
To making the very most of this opportunity for Canada, and I'll do my very best to make you all proud. Thank you. Merci à tous.
Thank you all so much for joining us this morning for this announcement. Merci.
Thank you, Mr. Minister. It's always a pleasure to welcome you here at home at the Canadian Space Agency.
Dear colleagues, we absolutely look forward to following along as you embark on new adventures, and we're here for you every step of the way. Merci à nous.
Thank you to our colleagues, and thanks to those online who have joined us for this wonderful announcement. I wish you a wonderful day.